grab your wine and let's chat, ladies.
What's up, besties?
Not the really. Hi, guys.
You guys, we are so happy to be here. We're on episode 10.
The last episode. We're on the outro.
Oh, outro.
Literally, we have put out 10 episodes, including this one. Once you guys get this one.
I am so excited. Not to just be ending the season out, but to be on this journey. Like, we have grown so much, sister.
Yes, that's the most exciting part because, from that first episode, now, like, I feel like a more confident individual. Just speaking.
Me too. I remember, like, for the first episode, we were so, like, hee haha. Like, everything somebody said, we laughed at. And I mean, yes, we still laugh at each other, but it's so much more productive. Yeah. We get so much more done in the episodes.
I agree.
The first episode, we laughed at literally everything. If you said anything, I was laughing, and vice versa. Like, we have just grown so much overall.
Yeah, I think we were for sure nervous as hell the first episode, even the second episode. And I feel like as the season progressed, it was like things started to flow so smoothly. We can get on here and actually be transparent and honest and just have those conversations and not think about what we're saying too much, give you guys what you came for.
Yes, besties. We are so thankful that you guys have stuck with us this long time. Like, even though it's just been 10 episodes, it has been a journey, like a long journey. So we just want to say thank you guys for sticking with us for the whole season 1. And I know you guys are going to be back for season 2, and we cannot wait to tell you what's to come. But before we get into what's to come in season 2, we have to catch up, sister.
Always, as always, because there's always so much going on, especially with this little lady, my co-host.
Me?
Yes.
No, there's always updates with you. Always.
I have been chilling. I have been under the radar. I have been sick. I have finally got.
So let's tell the besties why we didn't drop episode last Monday.
Yes.
Why is that?
Well, 2 reasons, I feel like. But for one, I was really under the weather. Like, I was sick. Finally got the COVID, guys. And
she got the little COVID.
Yeah, and it had me down for real for a few days. My body was so achy. I was so sore. I had a fever like the first 2 days. But I feel like I recovered really quickly. But I also have been out of work. I had to be out of work for 10 days after I tested. But I'm feeling much better now. I'm negative and I'm back active next week. But also
that you are better because I don't like seeing you sick.
I couldn't even, and it's so crazy. Like, I was sick and I wasn't even talking to Destiny because she was in St. Martin, and I was like, oh my God, I can't talk to Dest. She didn't even know.
I know. I called you on FaceTime like, was it like on a Friday or something?
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm in bed sick, and I was like, why didn't you tell me that you were sick?
I wanted you to enjoy your vacation and not worry about me.
Yeah, I know. But those 7 days flew by. It was a great trip. We had a great time. But I don't know. I just feel like so much happened in those 7 days when I was gone. And I don't even know. Like, life just happened. I feel like I was disconnected from the world, honestly. And when I came back, it was just like fast paced, like, oh, catch me up, what's going on.
Yeah, you 100% was disconnected from the world, but you did check in and I appreciated that. And as you know, like, a whole bunch had happened for me, like a whole bunch had shifted really quickly, and you were shook, like, what, like, I leave you for a week and this happens.
And the thing is, we talked when I was on vacation. Like, maybe it wasn't long conversations like usual, because usually the phone a little bit too long, like 3 hours. But we did check in. I did show you when I was at the beach because I know you love the beach. Like, those small things, but like I had no inkling that any of your life.
I did not want to bother you. I was like, Destiny's on vacation. Just wait until she gets back. You can tell her everything.
Yes, I mean,
But I was going through it, girl.
I understand. A lot.
I hate being sick. Like, I feel like when I do get sick, I'm sick for a long time. It doesn't even matter if it's COVID. Like, just in general. Like, I hate catching a cold. And I'm such a big baby, bro. Like,
Yeah.
It was hard.
But I don't get sick anytime soon because I don't like being sick either.
Have you had COVID?
No, I have not.
Never?
Never.
Oh, well, I really hope that you never get it because it really is not fun. Like, just the body aches in general.
Yeah. Wait, did you ever finish getting vaccinated or no?
Yeah, I'm fully vaccinated. Okay. Well, I don't have the booster shot. You have the booster?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get the booster, but I'm fully vaccinated.
I am very proud. I remember, like, last year. Was it last year? Maybe not last year.
I wasn't getting vaccinated.
You were getting vaccinated, and I convinced you to get vaccinated.
Yeah. You and my mom, I guess. I got tired of nagging.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't really convince me. I just was like, you know what? If I hear this another day, then I might as well go get vaccinated.
But you also were traveling a lot last year, so it's only beneficial to, like, get vaccinated to protect yourself and others around you.
And that was another thing. I got vaccinated because I wanted to go to places that requires the vaccination. But I am glad to be. I mean, it is what it is.
But couldn't you get like a COVID test as well, or it was like either or you can only be vaccinated?
I think you had to be vaccinated for certain places.
Okay.
Yeah, and you 100% had to have a COVID test.
Yeah,
and I haven't even traveled this year, like out of the country.
Out of the country, yeah.
I need to. I might plan something for the end of the year, but I high key do want to, and then we're gonna switch. But I high key do want to like go on a birthday trip like next year, but I'm not sure.
In January.
Yeah, go somewhere where it's hot for my birthday.
Okay. Sounds like it's gonna be some planning, some fun things.
Yeah. You're going to be available and you're going to be there.
Yay.
I tell you one thing, bro. I'm just glad I didn't have no monkeypox. Like, have you been seeing that on social media?
I have.
I feel like what is the world coming to?
I have no idea.
It's getting scarier and scarier out here. Like, I just want to stay inside.
I do too.
But you're not.
It's the summertime, and even though we don't have like summer breaks or summer vacations anymore because we're adulting 101, what is summer breaks? But it does allow time for travel for us. So I've used it while I can.
As you should, especially while we're young. And I mean, we have responsibilities, but not anything too much, you know. And it's not as limited, so it's good. Like, I'm all for, you know, traveling, like, for anyone. I feel like if you can prioritize traveling, if you can like have a travel fun, do it, like, because it's so much outside of like Texas and Louisiana and wherever else you stay. Like, bro, go travel and see this beautiful world and
to see,
you know, escape from monkeypox. For real though.
Stay protected once you leave the country, or even if you don't leave the country, stay protected at all times, because you never know what you come back with.
That's just true.
Stay guarded. But sis, we have to give our besties what they came here for, okay?
I agree.
And we have to leave them with the best outro ever for season 1. I mean, we just have to.
We just gonna do it big.
We have to.
And we also won't keep you guys here long today, but we do need to talk about this season that we've had, sis. Like, 'cause it's been a season.
Yeah, so I guess I can ask you, what did you like most about this season?
Honestly, like, I feel like what I'm most grateful for, what I liked the most was getting over that fear of, you know, being vulnerable and just allowing myself to have, or allowing other people to witness the conversations that we have. Because we have, like I said, we've said this before, like, we always have conversations like this, but you know how I am, and I, you know, but like I did like that because I feel like it helped me, and I also like it feels good to help someone else. Like
Right.
this, our conversations being it for someone to just resonate with our message, and whether it gives you the push to do whatever it is that you need to do or want to do. Like I really do love that about just intentional by design.
I actually would have to agree with that. Like you said, like having someone tuning in, listening to our conversations that we have on a regular basis, and be able to resonate with it, and then just text you like, "Hey, this message really sat well with me, and I need to hear this." And it's good
Yeah.
coming from perspective. So it allowed me to know, like, hey, we are touching somebody's life, and maybe, like we said, maybe we only were supposed to touch one person's lives, but from the community that we have built so far, just in the beginning, it's just a blessing, right? And I think that's the part that I enjoyed the most, growing with everyone, like, because this is still a growth journey for us. Like, we
Yes.
aren't where we want to be just yet, and we may never get there, but we're working each and every day to get to where we want to be. And just having our besties along with us on this journey has been like the most grateful thing ever. And just growing together is just a very phenomenal thing for me.
I agree. I agree, sis. Like, well said, well put. I mean, intentional by design. Who would have known?
Who would have known? Like, just to be so intentional about our messages that we put across, and just being intentional as friends.
Yeah.
I think it's another part that I enjoyed, like growing together. Like, yes, we have these conversations, but having them on camera is a different thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, and that I feel like this season we have grown, like for real, just on camera, but also I appreciate just how much I feel like intentional by design also helps our friendship.
Yes.
Real, because it's like I don't know it. I can't even explain it, but like it 100% has allowed me to grow even closer to you, and like we've said in I don't know which episode, but our time off from each other and stuff like that. So like it really like just us reconnecting and then going on this journey together so soon. I feel like I'm just really appreciative of that. Like, love you to that, bro.
I love you too, sister. And we love you guys as well. It's been a great, great journey. And it's not like it's over. Because I don't want to sound sappy like it's
I know.
over. That like this is the last of us.
Yeah, no, it's really I'm for real. Like very much the beginning. Like guys, be prepared to be sick of me. Sick of us.
Beginning.
For
And
real.
I can't wait from seasons from now to look back at season 1 and see like, hey, look where we started at. Like just on our phones, on our laptops, recording. Like we had that 1 or 2 episodes in person, but like I can only imagine what it's going to be like from seasons down the line, when we have much more production and everything. Like I envision it. We made those vision boards in last episode, and like I can vision where it's going, and we just have to stay intentional, with intentional by design.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, like, what do you feel you gained the most like during this time of season 1?
That's a good question. I feel like I've gained a lot, honestly, but I think the thing that I feel like I gained the most is confidence on camera. And I know we talked about this briefly in like episodes, like, how you approach, how I'll come in the room and like my demeanor when I'm in the room. But on camera, it's different because it's like I've never done this before. Like I've never had to record a podcast, or maybe you don't watch it on YouTube and you just hear our voices on like the Apple podcast or something. But like having this being recorded, it's different than just walking into a room. And I don't even know how it's different,
It really
but
is though.
it's just different. So, building that confidence to talk in front of the camera, being on the microphone, and just having this out in the open, like
Yeah.
on the World Wide Web, it's different. And so over the season, I feel like my confidence on camera has just grown, and that's what I appreciate the most. But what about you, sis?
Yeah. Number one, I feel like I have grown or gained the most, like just that everyday mindset of being like deeply rooted in intention. Because it's
Mm.
one thing to like choose and pick when you want to be intentional, but like I just feel like this sense of responsibility because we're trying to build this community. So
Yeah.
it's like you have to help yourself in order to help someone else. And I feel like that has given me like so much courage since we've started this podcast. I feel like I've been displaying so much courage in my everyday decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And also 100% has helped me to become a better listener because like you have to listen to be able to carry out a conversation. I don't know if like our intentional besties know this, but probably since about episode 2, we really get through these pods like with one take. Like today was very much an exception because we had a few technical difficulties, but once we roll that camera, like this is a natural flowing conversation. And you have to be able to carry out that conversation, and you have to be able to be a great listener and allow your co-host to speak. And then, I don't know. I feel like our chemistry is, yeah, I don't know. I know. I'm so sad. I know I'm acting like this is the last of the last episode.
I know. I feel like that's the vibe we're given, but hey, it's not okay, besties. We are here to stay. Okay, it's not the last of the last, but we are very appreciative. So it comes off as very sappy because we know when you're very vulnerable and you share your emotions. It's like, oh, I'm in my feelings, but feelings are good. Like, don't let anyone tell you your feelings aren't good. You express those feelings, sister. Express them.
Yeah. For real, that's true.
But yes, I feel like we have grown, and we want you guys to let us know, even if you don't want to do it in comments because it may be personal. We want you to let us know, where have you grown the most in this season? What episodes have you liked the most, and where have you resonated the most with?
Yes. How do we help you become a bit more intentional?
Yes.
How has Intentional by Design helped you to start living and leading an intentional life, whether it's from the friends that you choose or the people that you allow to be in your life, in your circle, or I don't know, just encourage you to go after something that you always wanted to do. Like that's what it's here for. And we really would love to hear those testimonies.
Yes. We want to hear them. We want to hear them. We want to be a part of your
Yeah.
journey, just like you were a part of our journey. And it's crazy that you mentioned it. I know we talk about friendships a lot, but because we talk about this often, I feel like even when we cut off the camera, something that I learned a lot from this season, or not even say learned a lot, but I focus a lot on is my relationships. Like,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
focus heavily on my relationships, making sure that I'm intentional in those relationships, the ones that I have, and just really trying to build a stronger connection with people that's in my circle. Because my circle is already kind of formed, right? But
Yeah.
making sure that it's sturdy and it's not breakable, like, and I just make sure the connections are stronger and built stronger each and every day. So carving out time to be with my friends, be with my circle, be with my loved ones, is something that I really focused on in this last season. And it's been a great journey overall.
I agree. And I feel like the podcast has helped me with that, but you as well, like you encouraged me and showed me for real like what it really means to be a great friend. And I know like I feel like before I would be like distracted with everything that I have going on, which is oftentimes a lot, and just like, trying to, I don't know, pave the way for my future and stuff like that, right? But at the same time, it's important to prioritize your friends. And I feel so good about myself when I show up like for my friends, like for real. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like since we've started this podcast, like I don't mind like dropping everything and going, if you need me, bro, I'm there. If I really like love you and care about you, and I know that you love and care about me, I'm gonna be there for you, like for real. And even like family members and everything, like you need those relationships for real. So we talked about relationships a lot this season, but I feel like it was so fitting because right now, with everything going on in the world, everyone is so like distracted. Everyone is so on their phones, not really actively living and being present. And it's important to be present and to show the people that you love them. Um, and sometimes that comes with sacrificing like everything else that you have going on in your life. But it shouldn't be a sacrifice, you know?
Yeah. That's
It's
a
a
good
priority.
a priority. That's a good one. Very, very good.
So, I learned a lot this season. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I was living my life before. But look here. We here
But
though.
it feels different when you are very intentional about your life and you try to be intentional about everything that you do. It feels a lot different. You think a lot differently.
Yeah.
And you just, the way you act, the way you move,
Yeah.
it's
And
different.
it comes with all in like the minute you start being more intentional, like don't get me wrong, you will have those phases where like you're second guessing everything, but trust your intuition because you started being intentional. So now you seeing signs that you never saw before.
Yes,
You're
yes.
more aware. You're not just like I said, you're more present. So yeah, guys, it's been a journey.
And we are just so excited that you guys are still here with us, besties. Like, we love you guys.
Thank you for real, guys, for real.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
We love you guys.
Oh,
Okay, sis, you
I
go.
was about to say, okay, sis, like we what what's up for season two? Like, what's up for season two? What can the besties expect?
What's cooking?
What is cooking? What are we trying to do in season two? How are we trying to take this thing further?
Sis, we have, you remember how in the episodes before you said you were, the broad thinker and I was more of the detailed oriented one.
Yes.
But I think when it comes to intentional by design and where we are trying to go and where we will go,
yes.
I'm broad picture too, because I see so much that we
Yes.
can do, so many different avenues that we can take. And first of all, I just want to say it's a blessing to be in this position, to be connected with you guys in the way that we are connected with you. So thank you again. I know this is our 50th time saying it, but thank you. We really are thankful and grateful.
No, for real. Thank you guys.
So because of you guys, we really want to continue to grow our community. And I know we kind of spoke on it briefly this season, but we didn't go through with it because we were still getting our feet wet with the whole podcast thing.
Right.
But we really will get you guys the community that you need to be connected with through Facebook. Our Facebook community is one of the biggest things that we have planned for season 2.
Yes.
So when we launch in season 2, we'll be looking out for our Facebook community group where
and
we will
join.
Yes, make sure you join. So in that group, we really want to hold each other accountable for different things. So maybe we'll have different monthly challenges where we want to hold each other accountable for. I know with Yash Trek, we may incorporate a little bit more of the fitness journeys and stuff like that, just to be a better all-around person. And like we talked about previously, like it's not just a fitness journey or it's not just a mental health journey. It's like an overall journey, right?
Everything.
So incorporating more of those things and holding each other accountable is something that we will find in this community. And just having somebody else that you never know who's in your shoes. Maybe you don't want to share your personal stories, but maybe somebody is willing to share their story in the Facebook community, this private community, and you may be able to be that resource for that person.
Yes.
So it's a community. We will grow and learn together.
Definitely. And we all have gifts, we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses. And I think that would be so like that's the point of the community. Because we all can help each other out, we all can grow together, lift each other up. And that's what we really, really want to drive. So the Facebook community, it will be in effect coming to you season 2.
What else is coming up on season 2, sis?
So I've had a few people say that you and I always agree, sis, right? And you know what? That's fair because, like I said, this is my best friend. We think alike, not exactly the same, but we do we share a lot of the same values, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking for season 2, we need to bring in a little bit of um I don't know. We need to make it a little bit more argumentative, just a tad. We need to bring in more perspective. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of controversy. So season 2, we will for sure have guests. Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
have guests. They're not all gonna be women. Some of them may be men, but we just want to get a more well-rounded perspective.
Yes. And that
Since
may be good for you guys as well, besties, because you may not just want to hear our perspective on it. Because, like you said,
yeah,
it's the same pretty much all the time. Because we share those same values and we talk about this stuff so much that we are
yeah.
like one person almost. It's very scary. Even though we're complete opposites, it's like
Yeah.
we are
But
pretty
that
much
common ground is there.
it's very common. Very common.
So this is not a facade. Like, we're not just here trying to just agree on everything. Like, it really is what it is.
Yeah.
So in order for, I guess, more perspective, we will have to bring guests onto the show, of course. Which, that's cool. I'm fine. I think it'll be fun. Like, I really think it'll be fun. It won't be every episode, but some episodes we can bring in some people.
It's very interesting because besties, not all of you are females. And
Right.
we targeted our female community very hard. Like, we are for the females. We are females, so we target females. But it's very impressive to know how many of our besties are male.
And we appreciate you guys. Like, that's what like when we did the red flag series, the guys are like on it. They were on it. They had opinions, and I think they should be heard. So
yes, so there's a lot of guys that reached out to us saying that they want to be featured on the episodes, how they can bring so much more input. So be looking out for that little turn in season 2, because we will have more perspectives, like you said, not just female perspectives, but male perspectives, and just in general, people from different backgrounds from us. Every different perspective that you can think of, we will try to bring to you guys. So just be ready. I'm excited. I am very excited.
Yeah, and then also another thing is, and I hope we stick to it, but I would really like for us to start doing some, I don't know, Instagram lives, Facebook lives. Like, we had to get over this hurdle of being on camera. Now we're gonna have to get over this hurdle and give you guys some lives, even if it's like just quick tips for the day, or I don't know. We're gonna hopefully incorporate that when we come back some season 2. So
yeah, we're excited. And last but definitely not least, we are looking to give some giveaways out. For those besties that have been here with season 1, even when you continue to season 2, we want to acknowledge you and just say thank you in a different way besides just saying thank you. We want to give you guys things. Different prizes, different giveaways we have coming soon. So just be on the lookout.
Yeah, I think it's going to be some really good goodies in the goodie bags.
If you know me, I like goodies.
Look, we're going to look out for you guys, but for sure we're going to be doing some giveaways. That's another thing for season 2. Yeah.
So I'm excited. Is there anything that you're most excited about for season 2?
Honestly, I'm just excited to, I feel like, gain even more courage. Like I said, like with the Instagram lives and stuff, it's going to push me to be more comfortable, or I'm going to have to get more comfortable speaking,
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. Like, I feel like also the dynamic of the show is going to shift a little bit with guests, and I'm excited for that. Like, we shall see.
I'm definitely excited for the growth, but I'm excited for the community as well. Like, we've already started forming that community, but to have it on a platform where we can all see each other and they're not just coming to us and we're communicating with you besties, you guys can communicate with your own besties, make new friendships, make new community groups and stuff. So I'm excited for that for you guys. But is there anything else you want to tell our besties?
No, let's wind it on down, sis.
Let's wind it down.
Let's wind it down. We're going to be quick with this wind down, guys. But yeah, again, thank you guys. Even today, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining us, joining the Intentional by Design community. Like I said, our hearts are always so filled, like, because we are so just appreciative to even be able to be on this journey for real. But I think before season 2 comes, we can just kind of do like this mid-year check-in or whatever. So, sis, what have you learned this year? What are some things that you've learned this year?
Yes, I've learned quite a bit.
This is a big year for you, actually, and a lot has changed.
A lot has changed, and honestly, if you knew me before this journey or before this year, you would probably know that I'm not good with change. Like, oh, I was not good with change. Let me say that, bro. I was not good with change. I'm very much so a person that gets complacent a lot, and I like to be comfortable. And I think one of the biggest things I learned in 2022 so far is, I know it's common for people to say, but I had to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And once I got over that hurdle of being uncomfortable, I started seeing so much more blessings flow my way, and just being more open-minded about a lot more things, and just taking more adventures and doing things that I technically wouldn't never do. Just because I was so complacent, and I was so comfortable being who I was. So I think one of the biggest things I learned is just, it's okay to be uncomfortable. Sometimes those uncomfortable situations put you in better places that you never would have made it to, because you were so comfortable being in the original destination. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons or takeaways that I've learned so far. And that kind of just goes about with every journey that I've been on, like my spiritual journey, financial journeys, like doing things that I've probably wouldn't have invested in before. Like, yeah. I got more into like a financial journey. We can touch on this in season 2, but my financial journey has changed. I don't know, my fitness journey, because I have you to inspire me. Like, all this has changed, and I feel like I was so comfortable doing what I used to do, but
there's no growth, right?
There's no growth. So taking that extra step and being a little bit more uncomfortable with lifting weights. I mean, I don't know. Like, I didn't do that before.
Yeah. Don't not you try it.
Right. So that's one of the biggest things I've learned so far in 2022, and I'm excited to see what happened the latter part of it, because it's only up from here.
I agree.
So what about you, sis? What have you learned in 2022 so far?
Ooh, I've also had a lot of changes in 2022, honestly. And it's so crazy. This year's going by so fast. When I wrote this down, I put 2021. The year is blowing by. I literally can't keep up with the days. But honestly, I feel like the greatest lesson that 2022 has taught me, or like I'm being intentional about it, is that you have to keep showing up. And what I mean when I say that is, what do you do after you get the thing that you want, after the thing that you worked for? Because it's like, I found myself going after things, getting them, and then kind of like losing that momentum. All that hard work and drive that I had before, once I got that thing, whether it was the business or the new job or even like Intentional by Design, or the result in the gym, is like, what you have to be so in tune with your purpose, and remember your reason why behind things, because if not, you're going to get that thing that you want and then you don't know what to do with it, or you start losing, I don't know, that drive and that will. And so 2022 has taught me that, like, you have to be, and I know it's hard, guys, but it's like, you have to show up, you have to be disciplined, you have to show up when you don't want to show up. And don't get me wrong, like I'm all for like rest days and whatever you want to call it, retreats, because sometimes you just have to retreat. But at the same time, don't lose what you worked hard to get because you're not willing to keep working for it and to keep forward. And sometimes the same routine does not work. You feel me? And it gets boring. Try something new. Try something different. Approach it differently. Adjust. Adapt. So that was really what I learned in 2022. And like I always say, am still working on. But I'm aware of it. Like, you feel me? Like, you have to keep working. You can't just get the thing and then expect everything. Like, people say the hardest thing is to, like, get the thing, but I think the hardest thing is to keep it.
Keep it the thing.
Like, yeah.
Your glass ball.
Exactly. Like, exactly. Right. You have to handle it with care. The hardest thing is to keep it, so you have to keep showing up, yeah, for sure.
And that's a good point. And like I like how you mentioned, like, it's okay to have those rest days. I have a whole life reset going on right now. It's just to reset and like focus, be back more aligned and in tune with my goals. Because sometimes you can stray away from them. Like 8 months have passed, or 8 months, whatever it is. So realigning with your goals, resetting, becoming refocused, so you can keep those things that you have gained. So that's a good point.
And like, for real, like, burnout is real, and you need to like be able to acknowledge that you're tired so that you don't reach burnout, because when you reach burnout, it's like it's hard to get out of that place.
Yes.
So definitely take time to reset. Always keep your purpose close to you. Know your reason why. And like I said, you're not gonna be motivated every day, but we do need some type of discipline and to be intentional, in our steps and in our actions. So yeah, this has been a year. I'm grateful as heck for the growth, and yeah, just,
I'm very grateful as well. Thank you again, besties. But before we leave you for the rest of the season, we do want to give you a challenge. We do want you to write down 6 things, 6 areas that you really want to grow in. And while we're on break, or this season break between the seasons, really try to focus and be intentional with those 6 things that you have wrote down. And when we come back, we'll check in with you guys to see how you have made progress with those things. So we really do challenge you to be intentional, to go back through the episodes and really try to get something out of it. And if you guys have any suggestions for next season of what you guys want to hear, want to see, any guest speakers that you think you might want to have, our guest speaker list has been it's already kind of grown out, but we may be able to squeeze someone in here and there. But again, we just want to say thank you guys for everything, and we cannot wait to be back with you guys in season 2. That's 4, but season 2. We love you, besties.
Watch this. Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye, besties.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.